The Foundations course is a 2-week course that is designed to introduce incoming first-year law students to basic legal concepts that they will need to learn.
Foundations of Law has been a part of the fundamental first-year program here at the Faculty of Law at the University of Alberta for a number of years, but this year's was a new approach. We condensed the program so that the entire first-year class would experience it together over a concentrated period just as they arrived.
Having the Foundations course front-loaded at the beginning of the semester really gives you a head start in terms of understanding just a few basic legal principles.
Even just as important is that it's covering life as a lawyer.
I think it's been a wonderful mix of new academic material, new terminology, a new lens through which to see our society.
In addition to learning how to read cases, how to understand where the law comes from, how legislation, administrative and regulatory agencies work, it was an opportunity for us to actually introduce as well key concepts and issues that will travel with them throughout their law school journey. Those special issues include ethics and professionalism, Aboriginal and Indigenous legal traditions, and a concentrated unit and dialogue on sexual assault.
What we've tried to do is to bring into it some units that are designed to highlight the lived experience of the people who are involved in legal practice. So we want them to think about and develop some mature understandings about the difficult issues that are human issues that they're going to be addressing in their lives as law students and as lawyers.
The blanket exercise involves using blankets to represent land and having students or participants have an embodied experience of, in essence, the history of colonialism in Canada.
Some of you died from diseases you've never seen before. Some of you died in violent encounters with the settlers trying to take of your land. Please step off the blanket.
The learning objective is to really highlight the history of the effects of law and legislation and policy on the lives of Indigenous people in Canada.
As a non-Indigenous person who hasn't been exposed to a lot of those issues, the blanket exercise helped provide some context and helped understand how those issues still affect people.
More than anything, what I took away from it is the fact that the law schools are willing to move forward and to learn a little bit more about Indigenous legal traditions, to learn a little bit more about Indigenous people.
We hope that they can have, as a result of the blanket exercise, a better understanding of Aboriginal and Indigenous legal traditions that can be part of our meaningful and sustainable response to the TRC. Whether or not they're engaging in practice in energy law, in family, in criminal law, or other areas, this is part of our dialogue and understanding. We have a special responsibility as a faculty, and indeed within the context of the university's institutional strategic plan, to foster creative and innovative approaches to learning, to teaching, and to service.